Hey everyone, welcome to this very special training. We're having some incredible, having some sound situations today, but we're going to have such a great time together. Hey, if you hadn't realized it already, it's Amy here. How you all doing? I hope you've been having a lovely day if you're in Australia, or I hope you're about to have a gorgeous one if you're somewhere else in the world. I'm really excited to also say hello to people who are new to my community, and welcome. I know there's a bunch of people here that I've only recently met, so it's lovely to see you all here. And for those of you who are my fabulous people, it's great to see you here as well. For people who are sleeping or doing other things, teaching yoga classes and catching this on the replay, welcome to you guys as well. Good for you for showing up and getting the content. My intention for us today is to give you some tools that are going to help you get confident on social media, but not get you into overwhelm. So there are just a basquillion things you could be doing on the internet. How do you know which ones to do and which ones you don't need to do? This is going to be more of a training for people who are a bit overwhelmed or freaked out by getting going. And it's also going to be, I think, useful for people who might just be looking for a couple of tweaks to make a difference. So that's who I'm talking to today. If we have questions as you go along, you can type them into the chat. I'm pretty much going to run through all of this and save questions for the end. Log them in the chat so that I can see them, but otherwise, let's jump into the training. I was talking to a client today in his private coaching session, and he's come such a long way in the work that he's done. He's only been being a full-time yoga teacher for 4 months, and he's built a website, and he's all over social media, and he's doing $1,000 of yoga revenue a week, and he's feeling, like he was saying, we were just celebrating how great that is. And he was talking about, well, what's next, because there's always so much more to be done. But I really think rather than going for bright, shiny object syndrome, the basics, what I'm going to be talking about tonight, are super important. And once you get them down, they really will make a difference in your business. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time today talking about or trying to convince you that social media will be good for your business. I lovingly invite you to just accept that as a reality. And if you're not there, look, it's one of those things, you don't have to. I'm not going to try and convince you. All I will say is I wouldn't have the business that I have right now if it wasn't for social media. And I suspect a bunch of people watching this, and certainly anyone who is in a graduate from one of my programs, or indeed one of my private clients, could attest to the power of being present and professional and actually having a fair bit of love for the old social media. So let's jump on into it. I hope you like my slides. So I've got some basic kind of important premisey things that I really want us to cover. And the first one is this, that social media is saver. And for those folks who are new to my community, and if I drop a Sanskrit bomb and you don't know what it means, I apologize. I'm going to do my best to talk yogi and non-yogi. So saver is a word in yoga that essentially means selfless service. And I think it's very important for us to remember that social media gets to be like that. Of course, it is in the service to our business. But first and foremost, aren't we yoga teachers because we want to help people? And so if you think about, man, this is too hard, or I don't like to be on the computer all the time, or I've got nothing to say, or what makes me different from anybody else, come back to this mantra. Let your social media be a way that you are in service to your people. So, what exactly does that look like? I think there are 3 important sub-points under this Maha mantra of social media as saver. And the first one is you've got to share from the heart. If you have any belief or conditioning that social media is icky or salesy or pushy or weird or slimy or et cetera, then everything that you do on social media will feel like that to you, and it will feel like that to the people who are consuming your content. So principle number one here is that you've got to feel great about it. It's got to be true and real for you. Whatever it is that you're sharing, true and real for you, so that you don't feel like a fraudster, and so that you genuinely are offering that up in a way that is, as we go into point number two, seeking to give to your people. Seeking to give. So everything that you're sharing on social media is looking to help people, looking to inform people, looking to support people. It's looking to give. How could what I'm doing on social media be in service to others? How can I use these amazingly powerful platforms that I can, for the most part, access for free to better my community in some way? How can I give? What can I share? Who can I inspire or motivate? How could I stand in a role of leadership or be an inspiration to somebody else in this moment? Who might need a little pick-me-up today, and what would they like to hear from me? How can I give? How can I give? Principle number two. And then principle number three is just to remember, it's so not about you. So this is kind of like the, if you mash point one and point two together, this is what you get. It's not about you. It's about the people who are consuming your content. There's a photo, I posted it on Instagram today, of me doing an absolutely shitful Agni Stambhasana fire log pose. It's always looked like that. Oh, just keep on practicing. No, that's my skeleton. It's always going to look like that. And I posted it not because, actually, I've got to say, I think my hair does look quite good in that picture. But, I've got these huge feet and I'm whatever. It's not about me. It's about saying, hey, check out this pelvis. You think you're not good enough to be on the internet? Look at me. This is a rubbish pose. Let's get it out there. How it's got nothing to actually do with me. The content that I'm posting is looking, at least my intention is that I'm being honest, I'm sharing from the heart, and I'm seeking to give. I'm looking to share a message that I think might be in service. I'm looking to support people that might be, in my case, not using social media because they're worried that they don't look right. They're too old, they're too inflexible, they're too blonde, I don't know, whatever. And I wanted to say, hey, I'm those. This is what that looks like. Here's a picture of a yogini who's not in her underpants doing some yoga. Flesh-colored underpants. Who would have thunk it? So social media, if you have any drama or overwhelm about social media, if you have resistance or hesitation, remember, embrace it as a form of savor. And when you honestly do that, the business boons will naturally follow. So how do you make social media saver? You must share from the heart. And that's good news, because we're yoga teachers and we like to be authentic. You need to look for ways that you can give, not to the point of exhaustion, but simply from a place of generosity. And then you've got to remember, it's got nothing to do with you. It's about the people who read it. Right? So forget, if you're thinking about who am I to, what if no one likes me, what if I get trolls, blah, blah, blah. It's not about you. It's about the people who are consuming your content. So if you get stuck in small self-thinking, ego-bound kind of limitations, come back to this big picture. How can you support people with your social media? Okay, so we're going to talk about Instagram and we're going to talk about Facebook. We could talk about a bunch of other things, Twitter and Snapchat and YouTube channels and podcasts and la 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 la. I'm not going to, because like I said, I want to keep this at the fundamental level, and the two platforms that I believe yoga teachers such as myself and you guys need to feel confident about are the gram and the book face. So when I was preparing for you all today, I'm like, okay, I'll just do 5 points for Instagram and 5 points for Facebook. And then I thought, Amy, this whole thing is to get people out of overwhelm. Like, you don't give them too much. So what I'm going to do is give you three only points for Instagram and 3 only points for Facebook. So here's point number 1 for Instagram. How do you grow your following? How do you make sure that the right people are following you? How do you actually have enough people following you on Instagram so that anything that you have to say reaches the people that you want to see it? One, don't buy followers off the internet. 500 followers for £12.50 is not a sweet deal. Don't do that. And you wouldn't do it anyway because it would feel gross and kind of cheap and icky and weird. Better yet, do this. So what you want to be looking for, here's an example. This is an Instagram account, Embody Pilates Castlemaine. It is a Pilates and yoga studio where I live. In fact, I've rented this space in the past. It's great. It's a great venue owned by Kat. Fabulous. Now, for me, if I was looking to grow my yoga teacher Instagram account, what I would be looking for first and foremost is to find businesses just like mine in my local neighborhood. So Kat's business, Embody Pilates Castlemaine, is a great example because the chances are the people who are following her are going to be interested in following me. Right? So it might be that you look for yoga studios in your town, but maybe there aren't any, or maybe you've already done this for them. So you might be looking for naturopathy or chiro or personal training or the health food store or whatever. But you want to be looking for, on Instagram, businesses in your area that are similar to you. Now, we can see here that Kat, Embody Pilates Castlemaine, she has 275 followers. And the chances are that a lot of those 275 people probably live in my town, Castlemaine, and they're probably interested in yoga and Pilates. So they're highly likely to be interested in my yoga classes. So what I do is I click on this, her followers, and it pops up all the people that are following her. Here's all the people when I took a screenshot. These are all some of the people that are following Kat and following Embody Pilates Castlemaine. So my job is to simply go down this list and click 65 of these people. I'm not looking at them. I'm not making sure that, I don't know about this one. I'm just going all the way down the list and clicking 65 people and following them, because if I follow them, a large number of them are going to follow me back. That's how you grow your following of people who are interested in what you have to offer, by finding businesses like yours and following their followers. Now, if you're feeling like, oh, but that feels manipulative, I don't want to just follow people so that they follow me back. Okay, don't do it. But if you may be open to trying this on, remember, no one has to follow you back. Following someone is voluntary. Just because they follow you doesn't mean you need to follow them. If you want to, you can. So there's actually nothing manipulative about it. If you really desire to grow your Instagram following, you can do this. Remember, I said you follow 65 people at a time. Why? Because if you follow over 65, you're at risk of having your account shut down for 24 hours. Just Instagram doesn't like mass bulk actions. So if you follow 65 people at a time, and you can follow 65 people up to 8 to 10 times a day, that's a lot of following. Maybe if you start out with 3 times a day is a good place to start. That's how you grow your following, by following a whole bunch of people who are likely to be interested in what it is that you have to offer. Next up, bio. So this is my obs. This is my bio, or it was at least an hour or so ago. A couple of things about your bio. One, it's got to look good, and it's got to be, so looking good, i.e. being clear and easy to read. I don't know what's going on with my. I don't know what's going on with you guys. I just can't mute you all. It's got to be clear and easy to read. This one has bullet points because they're clear and easy to read. If you want to do one with bullet points like that, those diamonds are just an emoji. And I wrote this in the notes function of my phone. Let people know exactly what it is that you do. What's the service that you offer? And as well as a little bit of a flavor that makes you different. So not just yoga teacher. So I have yogini, yoga teacher, yoga nerd. That says something a little bit about me and my classes. I've got that I'm a podcaster, and I have the name of my podcast so people can go find it. And primarily my business is yoga business coaching. And then that last one says a little bit about me. I like coffee, travel, dogs, gardening, and yoga, or whatever, bhakti, whatever, meditation. So it says a little bit about me, and you can tell from that what sort of a person I'm going to be. Now, why emojis? Because who knows, they work. We like them. I resisted emojis for years. I'm going to use real words. I did tertiary study in real words. I'm not going to use yellow face to express my emotions, except that now I do all the time. And in fact, I've got to the point where some of those emojis are way more descriptive than the words. So trust me on this. It's like online dating. People who use emojis have more luck. Put some emojis in your profile, in your bio. Now, in Instagram, we only get one hyperlink in the whole of Instagram until you get over 10,000 followers. But for newbies, you only get one active hyperlink, and it's this one, so you want to make it count. And so here I'm using a service called Linktree. There's a bunch of these different ones now, and they're designed to do this. So when you click that link, rather than just taking you to one page, it actually brings up this second screen on your phone where you can then, these happen to be the things that I'm talking about at the moment in my business. You can then see there's now 4 different links from the one that's in my bio. Click the link in my bio, this screen comes up, and now I've got actually 4 hyperlinks instead of just the one. Linktree, it's you can see that's the extension there, linktr.ee. Like I said, it's one of many. It's free, and you can alter it. It's very easy to use, and you can alter it so that if you're marketing different things at any time, say for example, the Business of Yoga speaker series, when it's complete, I'll take that button off and I'll put another button on. So that's some little tips about your bio. Move on. Next, you have to post amazing content. Amazing content. What is amazing content? I've got some overarching themes, but as with all of this stuff, it's really about testing it and seeing. Generally, Instagram is a visual platform. People want to see amazing photos. Now, that doesn't mean you doing Pincha Mayurasana at the edge of the Grand Canyon. I mean, great if you have that photo and it's safe. What that means is that the photos are compelling, that they're well lit, that they they're a bloody good photo. People want to look at them. They're not random. They're not a bit blurry. They're not some crappy picture that people can't kind of understand. They're well shot, and they're compelling for people to view. Now, that doesn't mean either that you need to have a super fancy camera or that everything that you post on Instagram has to be done by a professional photographer. You can do great things with an iPhone or an Android or whatever. But it's not just like throwing stuff up there. Instagram needs a little bit more curation in the content. Think about the photos that you're using. Hint, sub-hint, just because there's all sorts of filters on Instagram, don't be a filter slut. Pick one, use it. Just because you can do all sorts of things, don't. Just because you can make a collage of 9 pictures in one Instagram post, don't do that. Just because you can make a square thing that's actually an ad and put it in your Instagram feed without paying for an ad, don't do that. Just post great looking photos. Second point, be real and warm and legit and connect with people in your comments. Actually say something. I see too many Instagram posts, it's a nice photo, and then the comment is just class today or something like that. Give people something. If people are taking the time to open up your post and see what you have to say, engage with them. Remember, connect. Seek to give. What might inspire them? What might light them up? Is it that you're going to post a picture that you took during your class and in the comments actually write out your class plan? or a little hack for getting out of knee pain in whatever pose it is that you're showing in the post. Is it something uplifting? Is it a recipe? Is it some kind of Ayurvedic treatment? Could you just, is it some of your own story that you could share that would inspire people? Have you, I don't know, I mean, what part of your journey that yoga has supported you with? And could you share that in the comments? Actually connect with people. Write something that means something. It's not going to take you a whole lot of time. And if you don't like typing on your phone like I don't, you can use something like Buffer or a scheduling tool so that you can type it on your keyboard. If you've got old lady hands like I do, you probably want to get off the phone and onto a keyboard. But don't be cheap or measly or vacuous or superficial with your Instagram comments. Give it to people. So imagine that it's the same level of sharing with people that you would be comfortable sharing at the start of class. Whatever level of detail you go into about your personal story at the beginning of a workshop or a class, the same applies here. No need to overshare. I'm thinking about my ex-husband again. Do that on your personal Instagram for sure. But maybe it's about, today I'm reading poetry that's about change and radical transformation, and this pose and this photo appeals to me, and here's what I'm reading, and here's a part of the poem that I liked, and everybody have a nice day. Right? Warm, real, and connected comments. And then lastly, look for smart and small hashtags. Hashtags are a way of sorting information on Instagram. They're how you search for information, and increasingly people are using Instagram like a search engine. So think about it. You want to make sure that if people are looking for you, they're going to find you. And so smart hashtags to use if you teach in a local studio, if you have a bricks and mortar, if you have your own studio downstairs, or if you're like me, if you always teach pretty much in the same town, you want to be using hashtags that have the name of your town in it. So for me, it's going to be Castlemaine Yoga. Yoga in Castlemaine, Yoga Castlemaine. I would always use those 3 hashtags as well as others. You can use up to 30 hashtags. There's a whole vast theory about how many hashtags you should use. You can use up to 30. Definitely you want to have those location-specific hashtags in your posts. You also want to make sure that you're not using these massively big hashtags. So do a little search on Instagram for hashtags. Type the hashtag in, press search, and see how many posts have already used that hashtag. And if it's over 10,000, don't use it, because if someone searches for that hashtag, there's going to be so many posts in that list, they'll never see yours. Better that you go for something smaller. So hashtag yoga is totally blown. It's like Byron Bay. Don't go there anymore. It's overdone. Hashtag namaste, hashtag every damn day, hashtag, like all of that stuff gone. But small things like what did I did something today about like real yogis or something, and I was really surprised. There was like 8,000 posts that had used that hashtag. So look for smart hashtags and choose small ones. And I don't mean short words. I mean hashtags that haven't had a whole lot of posts use them yet. There you have it. Instagram. Tick. Yes. Do you like how I chose Ganesha, overcoming obstacles, for our theme of this training? Oh, thinking of you. All right, book face. So let's talk cover and profile photos, because this is one of the things that I see people making mistakes with. I love you all the freaking time. So some terminology. Look, here's me, Buffet. This is your profile photo. And this is your cover photo. This rectangle one is your cover photo. This round one is your profile photo. Here's the things that I want you to remember when you're looking at when you're creating, uploading your cover and your profile photo. Ready? 1. Your cover pic has to tell me what your business is. So look at mine. Amy McDonald, supporting talented yoga teachers to grow abundant yoga businesses. Pretty clear what I'm about, who I am. When you land on my Facebook page, you know you're on my Facebook page. If you have a cover photo that's got like waves or a mala and a stick of incense, that's pretty, but we're not coming to your house. We're coming to your business. It would be like if you had a shop with no sign out the front. The decor is nice, but I don't know if I can come in. Whose business is this anyway? You want to have a big sign out the front that says, hey, this is whatever yoga studio, come the heck in. That's what your cover photo does. Your profile pic has to show your face. I love you, but no more logos in the profile photo. Now, slightly different if you have a massive yoga studio. Like if you look at YogaWorks profile picture, it's not like one of the teachers has their face there. They have their logo. But if you are a one yogini outfit, the reason, this is going to be a truth bomb and you know it already, but I'm just going to say it out loud. The reason that you have your logo where your face should be is because you have some hesitation about putting your face on the internet. Am I right? But here's the thing. Your face is fabulous. Your face is your logo. In 2019, your face is your logo. That's what people remember. They don't see your Padmasana sitting in a lotus. They don't see your like 3-petal thing that also represents something else. They don't see your rising phoenix or your, I don't know, all the other stuff. I mean, they don't. When they connect with you on the sticky mat, they see your face. And that's what we want people to see in your profile photo. Because remember, it's not just here when they land on your Facebook page, but it's also the first thing they see. If you're commenting and sharing and getting back to people, you're getting your face in front of people each time because they're seeing your face. So I love you. Your face is great. Let it be free on the internet. This is the last one I'll mention, and this I'm quite excited about this one. So both your cover and your profile photos, use the comments of these. This is something that I just learnt this from my new friend Kylie. I'm really chuffed about this. The chances are, if you went to your Facebook page right now and you clicked your cover picture, you probably never wrote a comment when you uploaded it, right? Like if you were uploading it into your news feed, into your feed, you would write a comment with a photo. But because you upload the cover photo slightly differently, chances are you probably didn't bother writing a comment. However, people will click that photo to look at it, and the comment, the empty comment, will come up. Same with your profile photo. People will click it to look at your face, and probably that white space to the right will be empty. So put information in there. Give me a little bit more about your business. So I could say in mine, let's do a yoga example. You could say something like, teaching at Embody Pilates Castlemaine, Monday and Wednesday nights. Just muting everybody. Here's the link to the website to book in, or if you'd like my free guided visualization MP3, enter your, click this link and go over to sign up to my mailing list. So that space, those comments on your cover photo and on your profile photo, this is an easy one to go do after this training. Go over to your Facebook business page, check, did you have a comment in there or not? And if you didn't, put one in. Now, bonus tip. This cover photo is also a great space to advertise what it is that you're currently recruiting. So if you're looking to fill a retreat, or if your next block booking is coming up for registrations, or if your teacher training is available, you can put something up here that says that. So in the comments, again, you would want to expand on what it is that you're offering and then give people lots of links to go click over to the sales page for that particular offering. Maybe even your email address, let people know they could reach out to you and send any questions, but really to using that space to its full advantage. Yeah, cool. Next. Okay, Facebook. So what do I post on Facebook? I don't know what to post. I've never got anything to say. People say this to me often. Facebook is, I've started to describe Facebook as like that scruffy, manky cardigan that you totally love and you've had it forever, And it's kind of like your Bridget Jones cardigan, and you put it on when you just want to feel safe and cozy and comfy, and you probably wouldn't wear it down the shops, except sometimes you do, and you just hope that you don't bump into anybody. Please tell me I'm not the only person that has such a garment. Help a sister out. My point is, Facebook is friendly and it's cozy and it's a bit scruffy, and people just like to share and like snuggle up. So it's as opposed to Instagram, which is a little bit flasher. You got to sort of think about what you're wearing and color coordinating and all of those sorts of, you put in a bit of effort with how you look on Instagram. But on Facebook, it's like, honey, just show up and be comfy. We're going to share. People want to share on Facebook. It's made for that. Think about it. There's no big sharing function on Instagram, but people share stuff on Facebook all the time. What's your favorite thing that someone has shared to you on Facebook that's been shared like 1,000,000 times? For me, it's that woman sitting in her car, cacking herself with a Chewbacca mask. I just love that. Facebook is a sharing platform. Now, it's one thing to share all the stuff, but we are as much as we, of course, are here for Savor, we are also interested in promoting our own businesses. So share your stuff rather than other people's stuff. Share your stuff. Share links back to your website. Share links to your old blog post. Share links to videos that you've made and put up on YouTube, even if they're old. Share photos from your events. Share articles that you've written in other publications. Share your stuff before you share other people's stuff. Inevitably, you'll run out of things to share and you'll share other people's stuff. But it could be things like, here's a book that I'm loving to read right now, or here's the latest. I often post every time, actually. I get the email from DJ Drez telling me that he's made something new. I'm like sharing it on my Facebook because I all think you should go get it. But what I'm not doing is saying, oh, look, here's an article from the yoga teacher up the road about the benefits of Supta Parsvakonasana. I don't want you going looking over there. I want you looking at my stuff. So share your content, share your material on Facebook. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say about that. And then number 3, the big go freaking do it on Facebook is not just do live video, but love doing live video. And hint, you can have this one for Instagram for free. Instagram now has 4 points because I like it a bit more than Facebook. But you've got to love it. Facebook loves live video. Facebook algorithm likes to share around Facebook's live video. So it's a much, much better way. If you want to have more people looking at your stuff, do live video. More people are going to be interested in it. Do live video. Let me say it one more time. Do live video. You got to not just do it though, you must love it. You must totally Om Shanti Shanti love it and do whatever it takes to feel that way about it, so that when you are using live video, that feeling tone comes through. Hack, you have training and experience sitting in front of a group of people and talking about something that you're passionate about. You went and studied for at least 200 hours to be able to do that. Sitting in front of your phone, sitting on a tripod, you're sitting on the floor, light a candle if it helps, but just teach the start of your class to your phone. It's no big deal. You know how to do this. You got this. So you got to love live video. Let it be part of how you, we're really having an interesting time with the sound. Make it part of how you support your students. Love live video. Here's some hacks for you about how to do that. Because if you're freaking out about the idea of, oh my God, I could never just go live on the internet, I'll tell you something. Probably few people, I love you, few people are actually going to watch it. So don't worry about that. And if it's a catastrophic fuck up, you can delete it. So, it's going to be okay. Even in the moment. One of my clients was saying that she was doing a Facebook Live. Hello, if you're watching, gorgeous. She was doing a Facebook Live. Big, important training. Big deal. Been planning for it for ages. And she had someone show up telling her about how she was going to hell and yoga was the devil and all of those good things live. while she's doing a training with other people there. Couldn't just leave because she's halfway through teaching a virtual class and she's got someone live, telling her that, I don't know, whatever, that she's the devil lady. That stuff happens. Don't worry. Just keep going. People can tell a cracker. They're going to know that it's not you and that it's Cracker Jacks. And everybody, you're teaching to grown-ups. They'll just disregard someone anyway. So here's my hack for getting it done. Teach something for a minimum of 6 minutes. You know how to do this. You do it often. You've studied a lot. You've practiced a lot. You know how to teach something. Teach Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Teach the Vayus. Teach blending an essential oil. Teach the way to clean your sticky mat. Teach how to modify Ustrasana. Teach how to make Ayurvedic milk. I don't know. Teach something. Teach about progress. Teach about commitment and generating new habits. Teach something on a personal practice. Teach a guided visual. Teach something. Teach something for 6 minutes. At the end of your teaching, and you must do this every time, at the end of your teaching, offer something. That sounds like this. Folks, it's been so fun today hanging out and teaching you a little bit of pranayama. Before I finish up, I'm offering a workshop on Sunday about pranayama and breath work. You can find out about it at link. It's going to be a great day of blah, blah, and blah, and be really good for you if you're looking to yada, yada, yada. It costs rah, rah, rah. Here's the link again. I'll see you there again. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. That's what the offer piece is. Just saying, hey, I've got something. It's great. You should come. The end. Then once you've finished the live video, go back in and edit the comments so that you can go back in and edit the comment at the top of the video. So, because what I see is a lot of people do live videos and then they leave the top of the comment blank. They don't write anything in there. They just press the go live button and go for it. So after you've done the live video, go back in, edit the post. So you can say, in this training, I'm teaching a 6-minute Nadi Shodhana practice, which is a breathing technique that will help bring you back to balance if you're feeling, I don't know, tired or if you're feeling overwhelmed. And I'm also talking about the pranayama workshop that's coming up on Sunday, and here is the link for that. The end. It's going to be a little bit scary until it's not. You got to love it. You got to love it because you love yoga. You love having people in a room. You love doing what you do. Talking to your phone is just another way of conveying your message, potentially to way more people in a way that's very meaningful. So love live video. Okay, I got some summary points for you. And yeah, if you have any questions as we go along, make sure you're typing them into the chat. I'll come back to them at the end. We've got oodles of time for lots of questions. But here are my summary points. 1, just try stuff out. See what happens. You know, you can't, someone, hello, lovely, if you're here. Someone today said, oh, I haven't started yet because I haven't got my branding all finalized and hammered out and I'm not entirely sure about all the detail. Who cares? Just start. Just get on it. If it's a shit show later, you just delete stuff. I remember having I have a special coach just for Instagram, and she was saying to me, look, Amy, all the stuff with the dog, there's just a bit too much dog. You know, I love my dog, as all dog owners. We all believe that we have the best dog in the world, obviously. Of course I want to have my dog all over Instagram, not great for business. I thought it was good. My coach, Instagram coach, not so much. Just try it out. I've gone and deleted all of the dog pictures. It's all right. Who cares? Next, you've got to be consistent with this stuff. There's no point you being here watching this training and being like, yes, Amy, I've got this. I'm going to go crush it. I'm committed. And then next week, you just, you rubber band back into, I don't know, social media is the bane of existence, and I'm just going to go live in Mount Kailash and never touch a device again in my life. You need to be consistent. Set yourself up to be consistent. What can you legitimately, honestly handle? How much can you handle? And I don't mean like, how much can you handle? I mean, honestly, what's the right amount of this stuff that feels like it gets to be good for your business, but it's not going to freak you out to the point that you avoid it altogether? And then be consistent with that. Keep doing that. I got to tell you, posting once a week is not going to grow your business. We need to be real here. But you don't need to be doing 10 stories a day and live twice a day on every platform, etc. You can find a balance point for you, but you must be consistent. Pendulum swinging here is going to work against you when it comes to generating prosperity and being of greater service in your yoga business. And then I really want to reiterate, social media is saver. It's so cool. I promise you. I mean, I have a team of people that help me do all this stuff, and we spend a lot of time making content for social media, a lot of time, and we invest in it and all of these things. And I tell you, there'll be days when I'll think, oh, fuck it, I just can't be bothered. Like, not today. Really? I don't care about the Instagram pattern. I cannot do anything else. But then one person will send me a message that says, I really needed to hear that today. And all of my grumbling and all of my complaining and all of my drama about who's even listening anyway, and it's not making a difference, and I'm throwing out all of this stuff and I'm not seeing a change in my bank account, any of that stuff, gone. Because if I could help one person who needed to see, for whatever reason, this potty-mouthed Australian with tight hip flexors doing something on the internet, and it helped shift her energy in a positive way, and I've done my job, and I'm walking my dharma. So let social media be saver to you rather than a chore or an obligation or something that you find overwhelming. So there you have it, folks. That is some social media confidence builders that I've put together for you, particularly for all of you folks who are in a little bit of social media overwhelm or even, love you, social media denial. Here are your points. 3 things on Insta, 3 things on Facebook, and some overarching principles. I've tried to keep it super, super lean for you. Now, like I said, we have time for some questions. I'm going to open up the chat in a moment. But before that, I want to talk to you about my offer. This is exactly what I told you to do in your live videos, right? I'm going to do it for you right now. So what are the next steps if you are interested in working with me? If you like what I'm about and you think I might be able to help you with your yoga business. You know, I mentioned earlier, one of my clients, we've been working together since November. And in that time, he no longer works corporate. He does yoga full time. He was telling me today, he's just rented a bigger space because he's packed out his 20-person room and he's moving to a venue that takes 30. And after 4 months, he has a website, strong social media and brand, and is doing more than $1,000 a week in yoga revenue. Not bad. He says he's approaching he's looking to actually double down on that in the next couple of months. So a 50% increase actually in his attendance on what he's already generated. If those sorts of things appeal to you and you would like my support to get you there, that's what my program Grow, Serve and Shine is all about. It's one-to-one personal yoga business coaching where you get me on your team for a 6-month journey to take you and your yoga business where you know it is meant to go, but where you haven't been able to get it there yet by yourself. Here's the link. It's got stuff on it. Put that over there. Put that down there. Here's the link. amymcdonald.com.au/coaching. So you can go take a look at the sales page. There are photos on that page that I really wanted the photographer to Photoshop that stomach roll off, but I didn't because I'm trying to walk my talk. So you can see me sitting on a sofa with my tummy rolls. You're welcome. That page has all of the information about how Grow, Serve and Shine works, what's included, what it's like to work with me. There's a bunch of testimonials there from my previous clients. So if you're interested in taking a look, go have at it. I have taken in one new client already this month, and I have one more place available. So if that might be you, go take a look. like I said, it's 6 months of support, and that really is very tailored. My coaching style is to be particularly client-led. So what one client needs is going to be different to what another client needs. For example, another one of my clients at the moment also built a website, also developed a strong media presence, social media presence, also has more than doubled her income since we started working together. And we work on different things. We work on boundaries and energy and priorities, and we take a slightly different angle because that's what she needs. That's who she is, and that's what she needs. So when we work together, my job is to meet you where you're at and to support you to take your business where you want it to go, rather than for me to say, okay, do this and this and this and that. It's very much driven by you. We have a coaching session almost every week. There's 18 sessions over 6 months. And we also get started with a 90-minute intensive. So I get to spend a bunch of time with you understanding your business. And then what you also have is endless, as much as you like, email support from me. So that can be things like, can you check this newsletter before I send it out? Or that could be things like, what should I do in this situation when pesky student wants money back? Or that might be things like, how on earth do I install my Facebook pixel? I'm going out of my mind. Or here's my first ever ad and I don't know, am I spending too much? All of those sorts of things we can cover in email between, backwards and forwards. You've got access to me via email for the full 6 months, which is pretty freaking powerful. I'd like to say what you also have that I can't put on the sales page is just like me on your team, loving on you, looking at your social media, sending you out a whole lot of love. It's pretty good. I'm also offering for that one place that's remaining for this month, 20% discount. Yes, but only until the end of the month, which I think is Sunday. So if you want it, you need to take a look at the page and then let me know, because we might not like each other. We need to check. We need to make sure. We need to just have a quick check-in. And seriously on that one, I mean, if you're looking to launch a yoga clothing brand and build a franchise of yoga studios in Tamil Nadu, I'm not the coach for you. So it's important that we check that before you give me any money. Also, I need to give you a code so that you can get the $2,000 saving. Yes. So send me an email. If you have any questions and if you desire that place to be yours, it's available at 20% off through to the end of the month. You can sign up to work with me next month, of course, but it will be full price. Awesome. Grow, Serve and Shine, one-to-one coaching, 6 months of support with me. There are the links for you to go get. So let's just see if anybody has any questions from anything that we've talked about so far. If you have typed it into the chat. I can't see the chat. Love it. Love it. Okay, I'm guessing there's nothing then. Or there is, and I just can't see it. No. Okay. All right, folks. Well then, given that I can't access the chat, there we have it. We're going to finish it up. So thanks everybody for being here with me. I hope it's been beneficial for you. I hope you have got some ahas and some insights, some go do right nows, and maybe some implement over times. Remember, people need what you have to offer. And if your classes or your workshops, your events are feeling undersubscribed or heavy, it's simply because not enough people know about you yet. So social media can really help you there. And remember, if people find you and they come to your yoga, you're helping them as well. So let social media be your part of your saver. If you're interested in working with me, having me as your coach, all to yourself for 6 months, Grow, Serve and Shine, one-to-one coaching, I have one place available, still at the 20% discount. So if you're interested in making a cracker of a saving, you need to get on it. There's the link, amymcdonald.com.au/coaching. And if you have any questions, please do send me an email or send me back a Facebook message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks, everybody. It's been super fun, and I hope you've enjoyed everything. Oh, hang on. I can see. Hang on. Before we finish up, let's quickly do all of this. I'm going to go through the chat. Amazing. All right, quickly. Okay, Sue's saying hello to everybody. Danny's saying hello to everybody. Should there be video or just audio? Great. Morning, guys. Just waking up, says Marilyn. Yay. Maggie says hi. Danny says, I've got an Instagram question. I have been following 65 people 3 times a day until I'm following 5,000 people. Then I stop for 2 days and try to unfollow 4,500. But I keep getting temporary blocks for abusing. Yep. So, Danny, you're unfollowing too many people at a time. It's the same deal. You can unfollow 65 people at a time, probably up like 10 times. Well, I can work it so that I can unfollow 1,000 people a day, but that's lots of 65. But if you're getting blocked, that's why you're just unfollowing too many people at once. Filter slut, says Maggie. I wasn't sure when I said that, Maggie, if it was going to be TMI, but you're here, right? Elaine says, I've changed mine after our chat the other day. It made so much sense. Yes, Elaine, so good. Marilyn says, I'm confused about whether to use my own account to share or my business account. If you're talking about Facebook, business account. Definitely business account. A Black. I feel terrible. I don't know what your name is. But anyway, I'm also confused about how my private Facebook and business accounts work together. Same with Instagram. Okay, so private Facebook profile page just for your friends and looking at your, high school crushes, whatever else people do on Facebook, is just for that. Don't do any business stuff on there. Lock down your privacy settings so that people that you may meet in business don't see your, oh my God, I've been married to this amazing man for the past 7 years and I couldn't be happier posts. You don't want the freaky guy who shows up and wears the wrong shorts every week seeing that stuff. You're welcome. And then share your business stuff on your business page. I'm also wondering about blogging on Facebook. I've discovered the Notes app. No blogging on Facebook. Do great long Facebook posts. People like a long post on Facebook, but I would just keep it in your feed with a photo, always with a photo. You can also, use Instagram to post long posts. Yeah. Yes, I love you, Dee. I love you, Dee. Yes, there'll be a replay. Okay, Joanna says, how many people should I be following on Instagram? Joanna, the reason I want everybody to get to 10,000 followers on Instagram is because it unlocks new functionality for you, which is very useful for business. So, so 10,000 is a starting point. And then once you get over 10,000, the more the better, because it just gives you greater reach, and it also, for better or worse, infers legitimacy. But definitely you want to get up to 10,000 so that you can unlock those additional followers. Folks, awesome. Did you say we need to follow 10,000? Dee, I said you want to have 10,000 followers. You can follow as many as it takes to get you there. I'm so glad you're here. I just posted I just posted it to Maggie privately. Oh my goodness. Everyone, I've just posted the link. If you want to go take a look at the coaching package, it's awesome. My clients get great results. It's $2,000 saving through till the end of the month. Just one. If you'd like to be my next client, shoot me an email, amy@amymcdonald.com.au. But first, do take a look at the page so you know what's involved. And if you think that would be a great match, let's talk. That would be super fun. Grow, Serve and Shine. Check it out. amymcdonald.com.au/coaching. Take care, everybody. Have a lovely whatever is coming next for you in your time zone, evening, morning, noon, midnight. And I'll speak with you all again soon. Bye.